The importance of wetlands for bird habitats. Wetlands are among the most biologically diverse ecosystems on the planet, serving as critical habitats for a wide variety of species, particularly birds. These unique environments, characterized by the presence of water, either permanently or seasonally, play an essential role in maintaining ecological balance and supporting wildlife. This article explores the significance of wetlands for bird habitats, detailing the various benefits they provide, the challenges they face, and the importance of conservation efforts. Understanding wetlands. Wetlands are defined as areas where water is either present or saturated with water for a significant portion of the year. This can include marshes, swamps, bogs, and fens. Wetlands are typically categorized into two main types: freshwater wetlands and saltwater wetlands. Freshwater wetlands, such as marshes and swamps, are primarily fed by rainwater, rivers, and streams, while saltwater wetlands, like estuaries and salt marshes, are influenced by ocean tides. These ecosystems provide a unique combination of terrestrial and aquatic environments, creating a diverse array of habitats. The rich biodiversity found in wetlands is largely due to the complex interplay of water, soil, and vegetation, which provides food, shelter, and breeding grounds for numerous species. The role of wetlands in bird habitats. Wetlands are vital for many bird species for several reasons. 1. Breeding grounds. Many bird species rely on wetlands as breeding habitats. The dense vegetation and abundant water create a safe environment for nesting and raising young. Species such as herons, egrets, and ducks often build their nests in wetlands, where the water provides protection from predators and ample food sources for their chicks. 2. Feeding areas. Wetlands are rich in nutrients and support a diverse food web. They host various invertebrates, fish, and plants that serve as food for birds. Migratory species, such as waterfowl and shorebirds, often rely on wetlands as feeding grounds during their migration. These areas provide critical stopover points where birds can replenish their energy before continuing their journey. 3. Migratory stopover sites. Wetlands serve as essential stopover sites for migratory birds. During migration, birds need places to rest and feed, and wetlands provide the necessary resources. For example, the Central Flyway in North America is a crucial migratory route for many bird species, and its wetlands are vital for supporting millions of migrating birds each year. The availability of food and water during migration can significantly impact the survival and reproductive success of these species. 4. Habitat diversity. Wetlands offer a variety of microhabitats, each supporting different species of birds. The presence of open water, marsh grasses, shrubs, and tree cover creates diverse environments that cater to various bird species. For instance, species such as the American bittern prefer dense reeds, while others, like the black-crowned night heron, may favor the cover of trees and shrubs near water. 5. Climate regulation. Wetlands play a vital role in regulating local climate conditions. They help moderate temperatures and maintain humidity levels, which can be beneficial for bird species that thrive in stable environmental conditions. Additionally, wetlands act as natural buffers against extreme weather events, providing a more stable habitat for birds. The threats to wetlands and bird habitats. Despite their importance, wetlands are increasingly threatened by human activities and environmental changes. Some of the primary threats include: 1. Urban development. As urban areas expand, wetlands are often drained or filled to make way for buildings, roads, and other infrastructure. This loss of habitat has devastating effects on bird populations, as it reduces their breeding and feeding grounds. Point 2. Agricultural practices. Intensive agricultural practices can lead to the degradation of wetlands. The use of fertilizers and pesticides can contaminate water sources and disrupt the delicate balance of these ecosystems. Additionally, the drainage of wetlands for agricultural expansion further reduces available habitats for birds. Point 3. Climate change. Climate change poses a significant threat to wetlands and the species that depend on them. Rising temperatures, altered precipitation patterns, and more frequent extreme weather events can lead to habitat loss and degradation. For example, coastal wetlands are at risk from rising sea levels, which can inundate critical habitats. Point 4. Invasive species. Invasive plant and animal species can disrupt the ecological balance of wetlands, outcompeting native species and altering habitats. These changes can negatively impact the birds that rely on specific plants for nesting and feeding. Point 5. Pollution. Pollution from industrial and agricultural sources can severely affect wetland health. Contaminants can degrade water quality, harm aquatic life, and reduce the availability of food resources for birds. Furthermore, polluted water can pose direct health risks to bird populations. The importance of conservation efforts. Given the myriad threats facing wetlands and the bird populations that depend on them, conservation efforts are essential. Protecting and restoring wetlands can provide numerous benefits not only to birds but also to broader ecological systems and human communities. Here are some key conservation strategies. 1. Protecting existing wetlands. Establishing protected areas for wetlands is crucial for safeguarding bird habitats. This can include creating nature reserves and wildlife refuges that provide safe nesting and feeding grounds for birds. Legislation, such as the Clean Water Act in the United States, plays a vital role in protecting wetlands from development and pollution. Point 2. Restoration projects. Restoring degraded wetlands can help recover lost habitats and improve biodiversity. Restoration efforts can involve re-establishing natural hydrology, removing invasive species, and replanting native vegetation. These initiatives not only benefit birds but also enhance ecosystem services, such as water filtration and flood control. Point 3. Sustainable land use practices. Promoting sustainable agricultural and land use practices can help reduce the impact of human activities on wetlands. Implementing buffer zones, using environmentally friendly farming techniques, and minimizing pesticide use can all contribute to healthier wetland ecosystems. Point 4. Public awareness and education. Raising public awareness about the importance of wetlands and their role in bird habitats is essential for garnering support for conservation efforts. Educational programs, community involvement, and citizen science initiatives can engage the public in wetland conservation and promote stewardship. Point 5. Research and monitoring. Ongoing research and monitoring are vital for understanding the health of wetland ecosystems and the bird populations that inhabit them. Collecting data on bird populations, habitat conditions, and the impacts of climate change can inform conservation strategies and policy decisions. Conclusion: wetlands are invaluable ecosystems that provide essential habitats for a wide range of bird species. Their role as breeding grounds, feeding areas, and migratory stopover sites underscores their significance in supporting biodiversity and maintaining ecological balance. However, the pressures of urban development, agricultural practices, climate change, and pollution threaten these vital environments. To ensure the survival of wetlands and the myriad bird species that depend on them, concerted conservation efforts are imperative. Protecting existing wetlands, restoring degraded habitats, promoting sustainable land use, and raising public awareness are all critical steps toward safeguarding these ecosystems for future generations. By recognizing the importance of wetlands for bird habitats, we can work together to preserve these vital ecosystems and the rich biodiversity they support.